choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
What amazes me is how anyone could have that kind of power and yet keep it hidden all this time. We've reached our destination.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to where you can actually hear me recording at Tales of Arise. I'm so sorry about last episode. I did not realize. So, as you guys know, I think I've been traveling a heck of a lot, and so I keep trying to record these things on my laptop. My laptop is pretty good, but it had a struggle last time, and that was not the best. So I am at home. I am recording this on my good PC. Oh, and right as I say that, I have a little blip in audio. Whoops. Regardless, though. Last time we found out that there are still guards skulking about, still going around, not apparently having realized that Volron is no longer around.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Geneth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt
I
you
really
guys
don't think
anymore.
that is her or his
promise.
concern.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died?
Okay, maybe that was what he wanted.
Should die. Every last one of them.
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and
I was
I
gonna say, you
hated
realize
the
there's two
Renans
Renans
just
that
like
just
you.
saved you?
I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me.
Okay,
But
the
after
background
a while,
music is a little bit overpowering
I came
at
to
the moment.
realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
The system?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering.
It is interesting,
and move beyond
and
their pain.
I don't know how to feel about it. That neither Shion or Doholim are talking about this.
End up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you
It sounds
down,
like you're
Dahlia.
judging people on an individual basis.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about
Yeah, it
is
sounds
what
like
will
we have a
happen to them after
smoldering
that.
civil war.
What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegus aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Well, that's super good ability to have. I actually, let me just say for a second that I am really, really, really happy with the way, like, I feel like a lot of lesser games would have the final boss be a Volron, and then you beat him, and then the credits roll. The fact that they're actually extending beyond that, extending to the point where Dana is controlled by Danans, and what does that mean, and how do you try and deal with the very, very, very justified feelings that have been built up in the Danan population? How do you stop a massacre from and a tribal war from just starting, to which there is never a victor? Like, there's a lot of very, very cool concepts that I'm really happy to see them trying to dive into. It makes me this is why I play games like this.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Okay, one second. Is it just this track, or... Okay, that's the battle.
Sighted.
Take this!
Hopefully that'll make it a bit easier. I'm like the background music is just so much. I can still hear it. I can still very, very easily make out what is being said. But it just feels, I'm like, why are you so loud? Okay, so so that's where I'm supposed to go? I'll still walk there. I do feel like going through the city. Like, fast travel. Yeah, this is exactly why. If I do something. Oh, sorry, getting mad? If I do something, will anyone get mad? If I don't do something, will anyone get mad? We were made to simply do as we were told for so long. Ask questions, they were either beaten or killed. You can tell us to think about what we want, and I always goes back to thinking about what I have to do. You have to understand, I'm not used to living without order. It feels unsettling. That is actually one thing I want to talk a little bit about. I definitely feel like with all of this unrest and uncertainty, that in the midst of bad feelings, like, the Riddans were just as mind-controlled as the Daemons were. The only Riddan that actually was able to think for themselves is already dead. Now that, unfortunately, is not going to completely solve all of the issues, but I do think pointing that out, it's like, you can't blame them for being just as, like, manipulated as you were. Nobody will kill us if we ask questions. I'm sure that asking questions is bad for us. That is, telling a child that they can't ask a question is just... Like, that's one of the obviously, Volron is a very cruel person, and a very bad ruler in terms of, like, overall happiness of his subjects, but that's, like, the one that actually, like cuts me to the quick.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Interesting.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help.
But before we do that, I have to find this owl. Okay, fine.
Oh?
I wonder what today's recipe will be. You're getting ahead of yourself, young miss. Come on, Gordena. We all know where this is heading. You have me there. Indeed, I've come across an incredible recipe buried deep in the bowels of Pelagon's mighty fortress.
Just great.
Well, as it happens, I met a sailor back at Maragsa. We borrow a boat, and then I was here before I knew it. That's right. More importantly, when I found that castle's a forbidden recipe, sealed away since ancient times. Forbidden? What reason could anyone have for locking up way out for all these years? Yes! Have the faintest idea? We must make it so we can find out. These old instructions are written rather obtusely. Calls for white, soft, and fluffy, stimulating powder, neither swine nor hare meat, and finally... Yes! You started with that? Why does it ask for that twice? My guess is that one of them simply refers to rice.
Nice.
Or maybe it's a recipe calling for double the normal amount of rice? That sounds perfect to me.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, I love the fact they had me answer that, yes, and then Alfred was like,
Just great.
Dependable as always. I shall let you two get to work.
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible.
Okay, there's definitely something somewhere in this area. I can hear it. Is it like... God, that's annoying.
Hoo! Hoo, hoo, hoo.
There we go.
Hoo! Hoo, 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 hoo. Hoo! Hoo, hoo, hoo. Hoo! Maybe something's going on in the forest.
I mean, if I could ever go back, I'm really surprised I haven't gotten access to a boat yet. Every time I try and think, my body starts shaking. I don't think I can do it. It's just too much for me. But you don't have to follow orders. But is that an order too? It's too vague. I don't know what to do. You just clearly give me something to do. I can do it. I hate not doing anything. So just give me something to do already. We don't have to take anyone's orders anymore. We get to decide what to do now. We gotta remember how to think for ourselves. We must have known how to do that before, so we can do it again.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here,
I was gonna say, I just saw that.
We'll make sure to ask what's wrong.
That is scary. Really, really scary.
Well,
I heard all sorts of strange noises, like crackle, roar, splash, splash, howl, whoosh, and bump, bump. You left the town? Never wandered outside where it's not safe? Do you hear me? Easy, Rinwell. Kid, what's wrong with Zoogle? Same thing where it made the crackle and roar sound? It was red, crackling and roaring? Fire, of course. That would mean the splashing sound is water and howling sound is wind. That booming sound. Was that you?
hey.
You're always loud and booming when you're dropping lightning on me when you get mad. The little kid doesn't know anything about that. See what I mean? He agrees and he hardly knows you. You two have got quite enough. There's a dangerous Zoogle on the loose. Are you gonna make the scary thing go away?
Got it.
On that side of town, you're talking about the Love 2 marshlands?
Huh?
Is that your nickname for me? I skipped over it, but Barky Boy. No, I don't usually go after the like super hard Zoogle ones, especially with how much this game punishes you. Wait, oh, that's just the turn back in. I was like, why is that still lighting up? What the heck?
where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this?
What?
At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Haros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry.
I think she's just
I honestly
stressed.
don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Well, that was kind of a weird thing to come out of nowhere. Just saying. Like, obviously, I think she's still very, very bothered by the fact that, like, her thorns are still there. You tried to apologize before, and she said, you know, it's not a big deal. But it is a big deal to her. And the fact that, like...
I wonder if something happened.
One of her emotional support links, and the fact that she was able to touch, Alphen before and can't do it now. Like, that's gonna take some getting used to. Hey, you're those liberators? Can I ask you to help me with something?
Huh?
You sound a lot more lively than most of the people around here. I am? As like these boomies?
Well,
Oh, you mean those tiny little Zoogles? Yep, those are the ones. Every time I see them, I just can't help think how freakishly cute and adorable they are. The more people can see them up close, I mean, they start feeling better a lot faster.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. You really think so? I guess they're pretty cute for your Zoogles, but... I know, right? And the way they stare at you with those beady eyes, and the little things that chew through anything, I just love everything about them.
No way.
Man, you're crazy. Those things are scary as hell. They never shut up, and they like to throw that dirty stuff at you.
Huh?
But that's not part of their charm. I could look at them forever and never get tired of it. So what I ask is, did you eat a handful of this item? Bring them back here for me? I mean, if I defeat them, it'll be like corpses. Will that actually make you feel better?
Got it.
Hate to do it. You know how naughty those boobies can get sometimes, right? It's really best this way. Anyway, thanks for helping. I can't wait to see what you guys bring in.
Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies?
Yeah, that was a little weird in GL.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Oh, hey!
Hey, what's up, dude?
Seriously?
That's a terrible opening law, but let's roll with it.
Hmm?
Up? What do you mean, what is up?
Well...
I mean, just like, how's your work? You making progress? No, I'm not making progress.
Hmm?
Huh?
Is there a specific reason your work isn't going so well? I don't have any materials. Where'd you get the materials before? From the Zoogles in the castle? From the Zoogles? I guess that just goes to show how low Volron's soldiers used to stoop. Yeah, but his forces are gone. Any materials these days? Well, I'm not. There's no Zoogles.
That's just...
I suppose? Not any rooms left in the castle to keep it contained? Zoogles got out on their own? So they got loose from the Feral Strait and wrecked the city on the way out.
Yes...
Yeah.
I guess that means we better go look for the materials he's looking for. We won't solve his problem forever. There's nothing to do once he has them.
Law.
You think he's from the castle Zoogles? About this stuff by any chance? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah!
Oh?
Thank you.
Oh, wow!
He said that all by...
All right!
No need to thank us, man. You should do this of good use and do a good job now, okay? Well, that was easy.
I wasn't expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog his memory bit by bit. You did good, Law.
Thanks.
Got some chicken? Okay, that's where that is. But I saw there was an inn back here that I do want to go into. Get it? Go into? Shut up, I'm hilarious. Oh, literally right as I go into the menu. There it is.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
I was told to wait here. So, here I am, waiting. I'm scared. I don't know what to do with all this freedom I have. I've been asked to take a break. I thought about when they need to... When I think about when they might need to call me back, I can't relax. Alright, does not look like... Oh. there's any actual quests in here. If I don't keep everything tidied up, I wonder if someone's gonna get mad at me. And we don't actually need to rest. I just wanted to see what was in there, if anything. Hey, what the hell happened to him? He's no longer. He always looks like he was struggling with his health, but still. He was so close to looking like a normal human being, too.
No way!
Does he have any living relatives? Just his mom. They should do that area over there.
Right.
What happened?
Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Where is that area over there? I'm guessing that way. And that's where I came down. Wait, I'm confused. Okay, lived in this area up here. What? At least we can get there quickly. Like, that's what really matters. This is definitely a little bit of a turn.
Sorry.
Wow, you can't put a scene like this in the main story and not voice it? Excuse me, ma'am. I have some bad news. It's your son.
Yes.
Oh, it's okay. No, she's older. Oh, it's okay. I know. Then what are you doing? I have work that must be done today, so my son can no longer work. It's like this here too, huh?
Alright.
Forget about your work. Better yet, attending to your son is your task today. Well, that's tragic.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There are Zeugles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
Yeah, I don't want to go to the upper levels. Yeah, it's so, and it's interesting because they're people, but you just seeing them wrestle themselves back from brainwashing. It's really interesting to have an area like this in the game that I'm playing. I'm really digging it.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zeugles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Probably should get that. Alright, so... Interesting. I did not expect to get another new animal. That is new and unique and interesting.
Yes.
Did August bring me some fire?
What?
Wait, you intend to burn your child? That's right? That's how you do it? I don't understand. A more formal funeral procession be more appropriate?
Hmm?
Tell me, You have no custom or relative of the deceased may say their final farewells? Not really. How could we have on Dana? Recently, our people are too busy toiling away to think of burial rites. Among Rinans, they wait for relatives to send their remains out into the heavens. We believe that, in doing so, these spirits shall join the flow of astral energy that travels the cosmos. But we could never do something like that. It's the last chance for the bereaved to see their loved ones. Really, something should be done to honor their memory. But death is just a part of everyday living for us. You really think we're going to ship bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply feel that something more ought to be done. When the Riddiso ruled over us, we didn't even know if it was safe to build gravesites. By decomposing and spread diseases, we need a choice of how to bury our people. Rinwell, don't yell at him. Don't think for a second I've forgotten everything the Riddens. You're almost as bad as the guy at the beginning of the episode. Tell me, Alvin, do I none of us have last names like them? Let me tell you why. Because we outnumbered them, and they denied us our culture, stopped us from uniting against them. Rinwell, that's enough. People steal so much as it's on top of that. The Gaul try and make us live like you too. I really thought she was past this. You hate here so much, would you just turn them all hollow? Yeah, that's... I really like Rinwell, but I almost want to slap her right now. No more. And I guess we strike at any time. Here we are fighting amongst ourselves. We're all well aware of the suffering and hatred we each harbor. When to coexist, we have to recognize each other's differences. That's what we're all working together to achieve. Bring an end to this whole system. We've been living together side by side. That's what I believe. That's why I'm here. Any of you think differently, then be my guest and leave. It's interesting that Dolim's also gonna yell at... I mean, his biggest crime is being, like, insensitive in trying to make things better. I sincerely apologize. I consider you a true friend. I have yet to reckon with our people's dark history in earnest.
I'm afraid not.
Accept the blame in all of this. I express how very sorry I am for clearly offending you so deeply.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I shouldn't have lashed out as hard as I did. I guess I'm still working through a lot of emotions. You're only thinking about what was best for her son.
Rinwell.
Rinwell, I would like you to teach me about the culture and history of this planet. Perhaps it'll help us begin to bridge the gap.
Huh?
Did you maybe teach me about Rita too?
Whew.
You two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I bet you will patch things up. We've lost enough good people along the way as it is. Lay your son to rest. We'll do it the Danon way.
Good.
Thank you for granting me that task. Don't mention it. The least we could do for you as his mom. Because of you, my son is at peace now?
Right.
Rest assured, a real future for this world that would make him proud. I still want to know how he died.
You gave back there was pretty impressive, Alvin.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
It definitely looks like it.
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, It's the Resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry.
Yeah, Law's precious.
Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome?
Poodle is also precious. Alright, with that, I'll go ahead and save the game right away. Talk to you in the next episode. I will try and record at home so you actually get good quality episodes. And I will see you then. Be awesome, and bye-bye.